Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel, Magnetize Official. Have you ever felt that magnetic pull towards something that just feels right, as if the universe is guiding you in a specific direction? Today's reading is one of those magical moments. I've just received a powerful download that seems crafted for a select group of divine feminines who are tuning in right now. Maybe you stumbled upon this video by chance, but let's face it, nothing is ever truly random in this universe. There's a reason you felt that spark of resonance. My hope is to share some meaningful messages today that will deeply connect with those special souls. Let's explore what's in store for you. I'm picking up on the energy of this reading, and it seems to be all about clarity for you. It feels like you've already received a divine nudge, guiding you toward a specific path. Your guides are definitely at work here. I'm also sensing the presence of a male figure who may have transitioned, perhaps a grandfather or great-grandfather. If this resonates with you, great. If not, that's perfectly okay. There are still many spiritual forces around you, including your spirit guides and loved ones, who have been supporting you on your journey, especially now as they gently push you in a certain direction. I sense that this path might feel a bit daunting, yet it also ignites a spark within you. When you think about moving in this direction, your whole energetic field lights up, and I can almost see your eyes shining with passion. Your guides are encouraging you to embrace whatever this is that excites you. However, I understand there's a lingering fear holding you back. You've felt this push for some time now, but each time you try to move forward, that fear creeps in. For some of you, it might be the criticism or judgment from others that causes hesitation when you consider taking that leap. Let's explore this further. Okay, we're diving deep today, and I want to unpack as many details as I can for you. But first, if you'd like me to channel messages that are more specific to your situation, click the Join button to explore the membership options and see what exciting benefits await you. By joining, you'll get exclusive perks, behind-the-scenes content, and special access to our community. It's a fantastic way to support the channel and get even more out of your experience with us. That way, I can tune into your energy more easily and deliver insights that resonate just for you. Now, the strong message that compelled me to hit the record button is this. You've been putting a dream on hold for far too long, and it's time to take action. You're receiving a divine push to move toward this dream and start taking tangible steps in that direction. The spiritual forces around you, those who are protecting and guiding you, are helping you stay aligned with the highest vibrational version of your life and your highest timeline. They're really giving you a nudge. I also want to touch on something that's coming through with the Door to Romance card reversed. Some of you might be feeling quite frustrated because a love situation isn't progressing as you'd hoped. You may be grappling with the meaning of a specific connection, wondering whether to let it go or try to move forward. There's a real sense of frustration in your love life for those I'm connecting with. Here's the ironic part that can be frustrating for our human ego. The reason you might feel blocked in love or in other relationships is that you haven't yet found your people. You may be feeling a disconnect in your intimate relationships, whether they're platonic or romantic. But your guides are here to remind you that this disconnection is happening for a reason. Let's explore this further together. You're here for a reason, and you've been feeling that divine nudge to pursue something significant. However, I sense there's also some frustration surrounding your relationships at the moment. Your ego might be holding you back, fueled by fears that arise as you start to move in this direction. It's an interesting message, but it seems your guides are intentionally keeping things a bit on hold, whether it's in love, your social life, or something similar, because you're meant to focus on pursuing your dreams. You're being guided on a powerful and highly individualized journey that carries a lot of spiritual significance, not just for you, but for the collective as well. I'm hearing that your life is going to unfold very differently from the blueprint most people around you are following, and that can create some confusion for your ego. You might find yourself comparing your journey to others and wondering why certain milestones aren't happening for you in the same way or timeline. Throughout this reading, I've been getting goosebumps from the strong, spiritual energy surrounding you. It feels like a powerful presence of your spirit guides is pushing you forward right now. You might even be noticing signs that it's time to take action toward your goals and dreams. Trust that energy, and let's see where it leads you. It feels like there's something you've been holding onto for quite a while, almost like it's been simmering on the back burner. For some reason, you set this dream aside. Maybe the timing just wasn't right, or there were spiritual lessons you needed to learn and internal matters to address first. But I sense that everything you've experienced up until now has been preparing you for this moment. It's been a crucial period of preparation for that dream you've always cherished in your heart. Now, the universe is nudging you to take real action toward it. Everything you've gone through, spiritually, personally, and even in those frustrating love situations, has activated your throat chakra. This means that the dream you're moving toward now likely involves harnessing that newly awakened energy. Your guides want you to understand that if this is a dream you've attempted to pursue in the past, but felt like you failed, it's essential to recognize that it simply wasn't the right time. Whether it's something creative, artistic, related to music, or writing, or even a business idea, it's important to let go of those feelings of failure. Your guides are reassuring you that things didn't progress back then because they weren't aligned for you in the same way they are now. It's time to reignite that dream. Most importantly, you've undergone a profound throat chakra activation that has energetically opened you up in a way that now allows you to take quantum leaps toward your dreams and goals. Your guides want you to understand that, due to this activation over the past months or even years, everything is going to be different moving forward. Even if you've tried to pursue this in the past, your energy has shifted powerfully, and now is the perfect time for you to move forward. Synchronistically, we have the Blossoming Abundance card upright, which indicates that you're ready to embrace significant growth that others will definitely notice. This journey is not only going to bring you abundance, but also a deep sense of fulfillment. Whatever this endeavor is, whether you're a speaker, writer, musician, creative, or business owner, it's going to lead to success and satisfaction on a profound level. I'm hearing coming full circle, which makes this experience all the more rewarding because this is a dream you've held onto for a long time. It feels like you've had it in your back pocket, perhaps keeping it somewhat secret for a while. This has truly been a long time coming. For some of you, this could even be a childhood dream. I'm also seeing the number 136, so that might resonate with someone out there. You've gone through a profound internal activation of your voice, especially with the throat chakra being reversed. I keep hearing that this activation came through some truly painful experiences in your life. Times when you felt like you didn't have a voice or had completely lost it. There might have been moments when you thought you were ready to give up on a specific goal or dream. But the truth is, you were never really giving up. You were surrendering to the necessary process of activation that needed to happen within you to prepare you for the action steps you're now being guided to take toward that dream. I'm also sensing a message from the Star Seed Oracle deck for you. For someone listening, sunflowers might hold special meaning. The card Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe has come through, and it suggests that this dream may be something you've tried to let go of, perhaps managing or suppressing it instead. You might have made a deal with yourself saying, I can pursue this as a hobby, as long as I stick to this type of job or career. It feels like there were a lot of limiting beliefs instilled in you during childhood, with people around you telling you that you could never be successful or abundant if you followed this path. But now, it's time to break free from those constraints and embrace what you truly desire. All the inner work you've been doing has been about unraveling those limiting beliefs, empowering you to step into your true potential. You didn't come here just to fit in. You came to blaze your own trail. With the double mission card reversed, I often see this as a nod to the twin flame journey. While this may not resonate with everyone, for some of you, alongside pursuing this dream or goal, you might have also been navigating a twin flame path. You may have experienced a separation from your twin flame or felt disconnected from the concept altogether, even though it's still a core part of your spiritual identity. I feel that this twin flame journey, for many of you, may have been a catalyst for your awakening and activation. It might have even triggered the opening of your throat chakra. The tricky part about this twin flame connection is that while your divine masculine counterpart may have spiritually awakened you and aligned you with this path, they might also be holding you back in the physical realm. Since they are still working through their own energetic wounds and healing, it may not be possible for you to stay fully connected to this divine masculine in the 3D while you continue on your spiritual journey. Right now, you may find yourself in a paradoxical situation. The walking away card is upright, indicating that this soul has activated major spiritual shifts within you, helping awaken and align you with your throat chakra and grand vision. However, it may also mean you have to step away from the physical presence of this person for the time being. It might feel like you're pursuing this dream or goal alone, and that sense of loneliness is coming through strongly as I channel this message. But remember, you're not truly alone. You're on a journey of profound growth and discovery. Your energy is currently resonating with the storm warning card upright, which might be stirring up a lot of inner turmoil for you. Spirit wants to remind you, don't settle for anything less than you deserve just because you're feeling alone. That's a crucial message as you move forward. Don't let feelings of loneliness lead you to compromise on what you truly deserve. With the thinking man also upright, it's important not to let fears from your ego, like the fear of being alone or doing this work by yourself, cause you to connect with a masculine energy that's still caught up in his own ego. Instead, allow yourself to be guided by your soul. Trust that those who are meant for you will be naturally attracted to you, while those who aren't will drift away as you confidently stand in your power. I know this can be easier said than done. The path you've chosen is challenging, especially because it's so different from what many of those around you are pursuing. You might feel like you're standing out in a crowd, like a sore thumb, particularly during family gatherings or when surrounded by others. It's normal to feel out of place when you're walking a unique path, but remember that your journey is significant and you are exactly where you need to be. Remember, you're on this journey for a divine purpose, and every step you take is part of a greater plan. You're forging a new path, and I'm hearing that others will follow in your footsteps, perhaps even some who are close to you but still grappling with their own fears. As they witness the transformation blossoming within you and in your life, they may find the courage to embark on similar journeys, inspired by your brave example. You're paving the way for a collective consciousness. The messages coming through in this reading are powerful, and the energy surrounding you is palpable on many levels. I can sense it in your aura, filled with the presence of spiritual guides, possibly even past loved ones, who are cheering you on as you move toward your dreams. While fears may bubble up from your ego, there's an undeniable knowing deep within you, a sense from your higher self that the time has come. It's time to leap and take those actions because you are more ready now than ever before. So, what else does the divine feminine listening to this reading need to know at this moment? We have the solar plexus chakra appearing in reverse, and it's clear that your confidence is the key factor holding you back. Those fears that are bubbling up from your ego are particularly affecting your solar plexus right now. In recent years, along with your throat chakra experiencing a powerful activation, your solar plexus has also been undergoing significant changes. This may have inspired you to set boundaries or even walk away from certain situations, possibly involving that masculine energy we discussed. At this time, focusing on your solar plexus will be incredibly beneficial as you engage in daily energy work. Strengthening this area is all about enhancing your self-worth and self-love. I'm hearing a gentle reminder: date yourself. Fall completely in love with who you are, regardless of your romantic status or connections. You possess such a rare and beautiful energy, and it seems there may have been others in your life who unintentionally led you away from recognizing that. But now, you're being guided back to that truth, back to embracing the confidence to express your newly activated throat chakra energy and share your unique voice with the world. I'm getting the message that by sharing your activated voice, you're not just expressing yourself, you're also energetically activating those around you. Whether you're channeling this throat chakra energy into a profession, a business, or a creative project, whatever you're pouring your energy into is creating a powerful ripple effect. Everyone who sees, hears, or interacts with what you're creating is being spiritually uplifted and inspired by it. It feels like I'm connecting with someone who might be getting ready to post or publish something publicly, perhaps music, writing, or content on social media. I can see people engaging with what you're sharing and experiencing a profound spiritual activation from it. This feels like a crucial part of your purpose here, which is why this dream has been nestled in your soul since childhood. Despite the doubts and fears projected onto you by others, you've never been able to completely let go of this dream. And there's a good reason for that. It's because this dream is a vital piece of your soul's blueprint, that divine design you created before coming to Earth. You might be experiencing a shift within yourself, even if it's not yet fully manifesting in your physical world. This could be something you feel energetically or spiritually. Right away, we see the Six of Pentacles alongside the Seven of Wands reversed. It seems like the person I'm connecting with here has decided to release something their ego has clung to for a long time. While it may not feel like a complete surrender, there's a sense of letting go, perhaps of a job that didn't align with your true self, a friendship, or a love connection. Whatever this was, it became clear that holding on to it was weighing you down. With the Sun card in the upright position, your yearning for freedom has begun to overpower your ego's need for control. Your guides are sharing this message to remind you that prioritizing your freedom and well-being is key to your growth. Take it as it resonates. The number 19 might resonate with someone listening. With the Sun card, the affirmation is, "I shine my light on the world around me, and my radiance attracts more success." A powerful message coming through lately is, you can only give to others what you yourself are. Essentially, you can only share what you've learned to give to yourself. Many people mistakenly think they can shower love on others without first nurturing that love within themselves. They believe they can offer support without backing themselves up or grant others freedom without embracing their own. On a societal level, we've been conditioned to think in these limiting ways. We've been subtly programmed to view self-love, abundance, and freedom as selfish desires. One of our key lessons, especially on this channel and within the broader awakening community, is to break free from those mental chains, those subconscious beliefs that keep us trapped in fear, lack, or some form of confinement. We often convince ourselves that seeking love, freedom, or abundance is an act of selfishness. The reason my spirit guides are highlighting this right now is that for whoever I'm connecting with, you've always embodied that Six of Pentacles energy. This card radiates generosity and an open heart, and I can feel the emotions welling up as I tap into your energy. You are someone who has every reason to close off, yet your heart remains wide open. I see you standing there, hands outstretched and eyes closed, beaming love to those around you, even as arrows of negativity are being directed your way. It's likely you've felt emotionally attacked throughout your life, hurt by those close to you. Despite not always receiving that love in return, you've continued to embrace your courage and keep your heart open. I sense that people in your past may have viewed your heart openness as a weakness, rather than the beautiful gift it truly is. But here's the twist. That very openness, which others mistake for vulnerability, is actually a powerful shield of protection. Your deep spiritual connection through your open heart means that nothing can genuinely harm you. Even the negativity aimed at you has been something you've mastered. You've transformed those shadows into something beautiful, into love, and into light. But I know this journey hasn't been easy for you. Another insight I'm getting here, related to the Seven of Wands reversed, is all about letting go. What may appear as giving up to others is, in fact, a beautiful journey inward, where you're allowing yourself to surrender the tight grip your ego has on control. This process is helping you reconnect with the essence of what you truly deserve: love, freedom, and abundance. I sense that this choice you're making, or perhaps are already in the process of making, might be seen as selfish by those around you, or even by your own inner critic, the ego. This message keeps coming through loud and clear. You came here to embrace a kind of selfishness that's all about being so deeply connected to yourself that you radiate unconditional love. This radical self-love can often be misinterpreted as selfishness by others. I'm also feeling drawn to the Starseed Oracle deck, so please hang tight while I shuffle and pull a card. Oh, and I usually mention this at the start, but I was just so eager to dive into the messages tonight. All right, let's dive into the Starseed Oracle. I'm picking up a strong message for someone. Maybe it's you, that you've recently faced or are currently navigating a choice that feels incredibly heavy and daunting. This could be linked to something, someone, or a situation you're letting go of. Those fears swirling in your mind are deceptive. They're whispering things like, what if I'm on the wrong path? What if I mess this up? What if this is a huge mistake? But your guides want to reassure you that these fears aren't coming from your intuition. Your intuition is that gentle spark of excitement within you. It's the sense of freedom and hope that bubbles up, along with a vision so bold that it almost makes your heart race, especially for your ego, which might feel scared by it. Remember, those fears don't mean you're heading in the wrong direction. They're merely echoes from a timeline you've moved away from. I can't shake the feeling that this reading is emphasizing timeline shifts, so if you're experiencing one, please share in the comments. It truly feels like you're undergoing something significant, like a major timeline shift or an upgrade. I've explored concepts like parallel reality shifts, timeline changes, and taking quantum leaps in previous videos. These are all different ways to describe how dramatically shifting your vibration and reality at lightning speed. I can't quite recall the exact movie, but there's a classic trope in time travel films where characters often get sick after jumping through different dimensions or timelines. My guides want me to share that you may have shifted timelines so rapidly that you could be experiencing some unusual physical or emotional sensations. On the emotional front, you might notice fears or doubts bubbling up. Physically, I'm sensing that some of you may be feeling changes around your solar plexus or crown chakra. If I'm connecting with you, you might be feeling nauseous or dealing with significant shifts in your appetite, perhaps eating everything in sight or not feeling hungry at all. This could even lead to noticeable weight changes. As for the crown chakra, you might feel a bit out of sorts in a way that's hard to put into words. Your ego could be latching onto this feeling and getting anxious about it, making you feel dizzy or lightheaded at times. Of course, it's essential to check in with a medical professional first if you're experiencing these sensations. I'm not a doctor, so I'm really addressing those of you who have already looked into medical explanations and found no cause. If that's the case, these sensations could very well be energetically based. I don't know why, but I feel compelled to share this. It must be important for someone listening. The card drawn from the Starseed Oracle is Activated Earth, Power Places, Ley Lines, Trust where you're led. That phrase is so crucial that I need to emphasize it. Trust where you're being led. For many of you listening, I sense that you're being guided intuitively in powerful directions. Sometimes it may even feel like a forceful push. What I mean is that if you ignore your intuition the first time and continue on a path that doesn't align with this new energy you're embodying, which has caused a significant timeline shift, the universe will actively steer you away from that road. It's as if they're putting up signs saying, "Nope, this road is under construction now. You can't go this way anymore." So yes, this might feel a bit forceful at times. Picture this. Your intuition gently nudges you in a specific direction, but your ego raises doubts, making you hesitant to follow it. As time goes on, those nudges grow louder, and eventually it becomes impossible to ignore the pull away from those old paths. Even so, feelings of fear, doubt, and questioning may still arise. Am I on the right path? Your guides want you to know that when you ask yourself this question, remember that you're not just on the right path, you're on the only path. Spirit is closing off all other options, timelines, and possibilities because of the inner work you've done and the way you've elevated your vibration. It couldn't have unfolded any other way, because it simply didn't. I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but I can feel someone's spirit guides trying to share an important message. It seems like someone might be reflecting on past relationships, choices, or even career paths. Your ego could be leading you down memory lane, prompting questions like, should I have taken a different path? Did I make the right choice? Your spirit guides want you to know that this wasn't just the right decision, it was truly the only path for you. And there's a reason behind every choice you made. You're more in tune with your intuition than some people around you, maybe even yourself, give you credit for. With the empathy card showing up, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. This is intriguing. Let me pull a clarification card. We have the failure card. I sense that someone I'm connecting with may be absorbing another person's feelings of failure and unfairly taking responsibility for it. This message feels very specific and might resonate with just a few of you listening. For someone here, there's a connection with someone who feels they've made a mistake or failed in some way, and you've been carrying the weight of their feelings instead of letting them take responsibility for their own growth. Your highly sensitive and empathic nature has led you to absorb their sense of failure, possibly at the expense of your own well-being. For some of you, this might involve a parent who feels regret over missed opportunities. And as their child, you've taken on the responsibility of fulfilling their hopes and dreams rather than allowing them the space to do their inner work. Fulfillment comes from leading by example, and this dynamic may also apply to a romantic relationship. There might be someone you've cared for who didn't treat you the way you deserve. You've shown them a lot of grace, understanding that they were acting from a place of being unawakened. This person appears to carry significant energetic wounds, especially in their lower chakras, which impacts their sense of security and their ability to form intimate connections with others. They might not have many close relationships in their life, reflecting an inner child wound that remains unhealed. I'm picking up strong masculine energy here, suggesting that you might be a divine feminine connected to a divine masculine. Because of those lower chakra wounds, this person may have made mistakes toward you, or perhaps a series of missteps that have affected your connection. This situation goes beyond just one mistake. You've shown this person forgiveness time and again, even as they kept repeating the same patterns without doing the necessary inner work. Your empathic nature allows you to see deep into the hearts and souls of others, and you recognize that beneath all the wounds, this masculine has a pure heart and immense spiritual potential. He carries the wisdom of an ancient soul, yet in this lifetime, he's taken on heavy karmic burdens, both from the collective and his family lineage. It seems like his soul had plans involving you, but he didn't anticipate how much these karmic patterns would weigh him down in this incarnation. As a result, he's become stuck in these cycles and feels a lot of regret. Unfortunately, he tends to project these feelings onto you unconsciously because he hasn't done the inner work needed for healing. He's just starting to awaken and piece together what's happening within him, only beginning to scratch the surface of his journey. Divine Feminine, this journey has become quite a challenge for you. Your natural empathy is heightened in this connection, making you more susceptible to absorbing this person's energy, along with their feelings of failure, regret, and pain. This bond, whether it's spiritual or a soul tie, means you feel their struggles much more intensely than you do with most others in your life. It's as if their energy is pulling you back, weighing you down, even though you still hold a deep love and admiration for them. Now, let's dive deeper into the cards to uncover more about what you need to know at this moment. This reading has been incredibly unique, so thank you to everyone contributing their powerful energy to this session. We have the man holding a coin appearing in reverse. This card represents a masculine figure you share a deep connection with, someone who might be beginning to open the door to his own spiritual awakening, yet still carries a lot of heavy, dense wounds. Most likely, this is the same masculine energy we've been discussing in this reading, the woman. Holding a heart appears upright, sending a beautiful reminder to stay centered, grounded, and to reclaim your heart completely. This is all about taking back your power. Now, when I say, take back your power, it might not fully capture the essence of what I'm feeling, especially because this energy can be tricky to articulate. Many of you are highly sensitive and understand this struggle, whether you express your energy through words, music, or art. You know how challenging it can be to translate that energy into tangible form. What I mean by taking your power back from this masculine is about recentering yourself, recalibrating, and shifting the focus back to where it truly belongs. Sometimes, the idea of taking your power back can sound forceful or aggressive, but in this context, it's quite the opposite. You might notice that whenever you tap into that push energy, trying to chase after them or convince them of your worth, the effect is often the opposite of what you want. It tends to push them away. On the flip side, if you try to withdraw your energy forcefully or with a sense of anger, you might initially feel a sense of empowerment. But then, as time passes, there's often a boomerang effect. The harder you pull away, the more likely you are to circle back to them. I know it's a complex energy to put into words, but if you're going through this, you'll definitely resonate with what I'm saying. Spirit wants to share an important message. Don't view this as a game of pushing or pulling away. Instead, think of it as recalibrating and recentering your energy. Focus on yourself, your purpose, your passions, whatever ignites your spirit and aligns with why you came to this planet. Shift your energy into peace and self-love. Now, I want to acknowledge that this choice to recalibrate your energy might seem selfish to some, especially to those who are unawakened. Not every masculine I'm connecting with will react this way, but if they're in that unawakened state, your self-focus may trigger them. However, here's the beautiful part. As you continue to center yourself, you'll notice that this masculine starts to mirror that energy. They will begin their own process of recentering and awakening, and this transformation is tied to your energetic connection. It can be a bit maddening at times because you feel everything they're going through. That's why pushing and pulling doesn't yield the results you desire. Whether you're leaning in or pulling away, it can lead to cycles of fear, desperation, and anxiety. That's why your guides want you to think of this as a process of recalibration and recentering on yourself, a shift in focus. Ironically, this shift is what truly heals both you and this person. You are healing one another. Your connection has spiritually activated each other, and now it's time for recalibration and healing to unfold together. Just as you activated one another, your healing will continue through this bond. We have the message Water Your Garden, which emphasizes the importance of this recentering and recalibration. Your guides are gently reminding you, you're human too. You came here to be physical, to explore, to embark on adventures, and to experience pleasure and love. I'm feeling quite emotional because I sense that for some of you, especially the divine feminine, you might have thought that being spiritual enough meant sacrificing your humanity. You may have felt pressured to stay in situations where love felt unbalanced or unreciprocated in the physical realm. You might have believed you had to give up your passions or hobbies because they didn't seem spiritual enough or felt too chaotic. I'm picking up on the phrase toxic positivity. It seems like someone here has been surrounded by people who display what we often refer to as toxic positivity, which is a form of spiritual bypassing. This involves masking your wounds or pain with superficial positive vibes instead of really allowing yourself to feel those emotions. It's through feeling that we can truly heal and process what's going on within us. When we avoid this, we can end up in a cycle where we experience temporary highs, only to crash back down into the depths of hurt and stagnant energy that feels like an endless loop. For someone I'm connecting with, it seems you haven't given yourself enough permission to embrace the beautifully messy, chaotic, and emotion-filled being that you are. Your emotions are actually a source of fuel for your passions and gifts. You've held back from experiencing the full spectrum of emotions as a human being, including the pleasure and joy that come with material and physical experiences. I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but it feels like someone is ready to give themselves permission to find a balance between spirituality and practicality, or to harmonize the spiritual with the material. It's crucial to nurture your physical body, allow yourself to experience pleasure, connect with others, and truly enjoy life. This is what your spiritual journey on earth is all about. If your path was meant to be perfect and flawless, you wouldn't have chosen to incarnate here, especially not in a body designed to channel so much energy for your family, community, or the collective. You chose this messy, chaotic, and adventurous life because through it all, you heal by feeling. Each experience is a step toward further spiritual awakening, and that's what it's all about. I really sense that someone's guides wanted to communicate this message to you today. I've also been noticing the number 444 a lot lately, so that might resonate with some of you. Now, let's draw a card from the Rumi Oracle. The card I pulled says, "Let love transform." As we continue this conversation, I drew the Four of Cups reversed and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. It seems someone is trying to seize an opportunity with you. This could be a person from your past or someone you've recently connected with. I'm not picking up on specific timing yet, but I'll be sure to share if anything comes through during the reading. It seems like this person is feeling a bit emotionally out of control, but not necessarily in a bad way. What I'm picking up is that they can't quite control how they feel about you. Yet, whenever they try to connect or strengthen their presence in your life, they sense some kind of delay. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but I'll keep an eye out for clues as we continue. I'm envisioning a large bird, perhaps a hawk or a phoenix. Take this as it resonates with you. You might have noticed signs of a big bird around lately. Also, I noticed the Emperor card at the bottom of the deck, which represents a stable, strong, and established masculine energy. This could very well be this person. They likely have a solid foundation in their life, whether that's in their career, or perhaps they're well respected in their community. They could also be stable in other material ways, which adds to their presence. I'm really intrigued by why this Emperor masculine energy might be facing delays when trying to connect with you. It could be that, with the Seven of Cups upright, you've become incredibly magnetic on a deep, energetic level. This transformation is rooted in the shadow work you've done, allowing you to raise your consciousness significantly. What I'm hearing is that you've come to understand that what you once viewed as your negative traits or flaws are actually some of your greatest blessings and gifts. There may have been aspects of yourself that you learned to reject, perhaps because of messages from caregivers, teachers, or societal norms labeling them as weaknesses. I'm sensing there's a connection here to someone who might have ADH, which could resonate with you. Generally, you may be a highly creative individual who didn't quite fit into the conventional classroom environment. This might not apply to everyone, but I'm definitely picking up on the energy of someone who always thought differently from their peers, leading others to try to box you in or encourage you to conform to the norm. What you've come to realize is that those who conformed to societal expectations weren't truly living the life you desired. In fact, the aspects of yourself that you were taught to suppress, those traits labeled as flaws or weaknesses, are actually your greatest gifts. I keep hearing a strong message about your creativity. It seems that some of what you once perceived as shortcomings has actually fueled a unique creative spark within you. I'm sensing the presence of a creative genius among those listening here. You belong to a wonderfully inventive collective that thinks outside the box, holding a brilliance that often went unrecognized for a long time. Now, about this Emperor who's eager to connect with you. The fact that he's appearing as someone who wants to reach out suggests you might resonate more with the divine feminine energy. Just remember, These labels don't necessarily correlate with gender. They're simply ways to describe energy, and we all carry a blend of both divine feminine and divine masculine energies within us. Wow, you've truly moved on from a challenging cycle, and you have every reason to feel proud of yourself. I can sense that, when you look back on your life, there was a time, symbolized by the 5 of Pentacles, when it felt like the world was against you, and you just didn't fit in. While you may still feel a bit different from those around you, you've discovered your place. You're no longer afraid to embrace who you are, both as a soul and in how you express that identity in a conscious and visible way. You've come to appreciate those aspects of yourself that you once thought were flaws, and that realization has been your key to breaking free from the matrix. You've liberated yourself from the limiting beliefs and programs that others tried to impose on you. Now, you're embodying the energies of the 3 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. I'm picking up that the numbers 3 and 6 might hold some significance for you. You're in a wonderfully open and free space now. I'm picking up that people are really noticing you. Now. In the 6 of Wands card, there's someone confidently seated on a horse, symbolizing how you've been elevated, spiritually, energetically, and possibly even in your physical life. You're being seen in a whole new light. And interestingly enough, much of this recognition is coming from the same people or places that once tried to convince you to hide your gifts or deny the unique aspects of yourself that truly define your genius. It's almost as if those who were trying to keep you stuck in the matrix wanted you to sacrifice your brilliance to fit into their rules and expectations, which were rooted in a lower vibrational energy. But you've completely transcended all of that. I sense that there's a strong reason this is coming up in your reading. Your guides really want you to understand just how proud you should be of yourself. Maybe you tend to be a bit hard on yourself, or after achieving certain milestones, you find yourself pushing to do even more. Yes, you absolutely have the power to manifest your heart's desires. But remember, there's so much about your journey and achievements that you should celebrate and admire within yourself. Let's circle back to this masculine energy who senses that you have plenty of options. With the 2 of Swords showing up, it seems like you might be at a significant crossroads in your life. You could be torn between 2 different paths, or perhaps this person is putting you in a position where you feel like you have to make a tough decision. When this masculine approaches you, they might present an offer that nudges you even further into that decision-making space. Here's a clear message for you. Whether you're currently facing that choice or it's on the horizon, trust your emotions to guide you. Your feelings are a powerful way to interpret energy, much like how we use our 5 senses. You tap into energy through your emotions in a fluid, intuitive way. So, if something feels off, that's your inner self picking up on negative energy. Conversely, when something feels right or aligned, that's a signal that you're on the right track. The Queen of Cups embodies a feminine energy that is deeply in tune with her emotional landscape, making choices based on what her feelings reveal. So, as you navigate this crossroads, whether it's happening now or coming soon, make sure to follow your heart. It might sound cliché, but truly listen to your emotions and let them guide you. Let's dive deeper into this crossroads moment you're facing. With the Page of Wands reversed, it seems there's someone in your life, whether in the past or present, who has behaved insensitively, causing you heartache and pain. Ironically, this experience seems to have nudged you into your Empress energy. It's as if this person, who may have treated you poorly, was part of a karmic contract, or possibly even an unhealed twin flame connection that triggered you significantly. No matter what kind of relationship you had with them, it ultimately activated your Empress essence. This means that the heartache and confusion you experienced pushed you to surrender. You found yourself in a situation where the pain was so intense that you had no choice but to let go completely, embracing the present moment and beginning to love yourself wholeheartedly. This person might have even sparked creative projects or reignited your passions along the way. Only you can truly understand the significance of this person in your life. Whether it was a karmic relationship or an unbalanced twin flame dynamic, or even just life circumstances that led to this heartache, it all contributed to your journey of surrender and reconnection with yourself. You are now fully embodying the energy of the Empress, shining brightly in your own power. For some of you, it seems the Page of Wands reversed may have undergone their own transformation. Now, as you embody the energy of the Empress and the Queen of Cups, you find yourself at a crossroads, deciding whether to give this person another chance or to embrace a stable offer from the Emperor. Let's get some clarity on this Page of Wands. What are they experiencing right now? It looks like, despite the heartbreak they may have caused you, they've completed a significant cycle in their own life. They're shifting into a state that resonates with the energy of the World card, where they're starting to balance and integrate themselves, moving toward a greater sense of wholeness. What I'm picking up on is that this is an evolved version of the Page of Wands, reversed. You initially connected with them when they were in a more immature emotional space, but they've since grown into a higher version of themselves. Meanwhile, you've blossomed as the Empress, radiant, self-loving, and creatively open. Now it's up to you to decide whether to welcome this transformed Page of Wands back into your life or to pursue the stable energy of the Emperor, whether that's someone new or someone from your past, but with a fresh perspective. The choice is yours. It really feels like some of you are at a crossroads, choosing between a twin flame who has undergone their own transformation and is now ready to offer you something from a more healed place, and a very high-level soulmate embodying that Emperor energy, someone who is stable and grounded in their own right. Keep in mind, though, that for some of you, this might not be about a twin flame and a soulmate specifically. Only you can truly discern how these messages resonate with your journey. Ultimately, it's your intuition that holds all the keys and answers to guide your path. So I encourage you to always listen to that inner compass and voice above everything else. Before we dive deeper into this reading, let's pull a few final insights about your situation. The Unawakened card has come up, which reads, Unaware, 3D, Ego, Darkness. Your twin flame is not ready yet. What I'm sensing here is a reflection of that Page of Wands reversed you may have encountered. Whether it's a twin flame or a karmic connection, you met this masculine energy when they were in a lower vibrational state. This connection may have caused you some heartache, but ultimately it also activated something powerful within you, propelling you into your Empress energy and deepening your journey of self-love. It's clear that, in this journey, you've also attracted a very high-level soulmate, aligning beautifully with that Emperor energy we talked about earlier. The fact that you're showing up as the Empress alongside the Emperor suggests a divine connection between you two, brimming with potential for a meaningful partnership if you choose to pursue it. But ultimately, the decision is yours to make. On a broader note, I'm picking up that you're being seen as incredibly blessed by those around you right now. There's a wave of blessings coming into your life, one of which is a newfound sense of community in the physical world. This feels like a significant message, especially as it comes at the end of our reading. If you've been feeling isolated during your soul's awakening and transformation into the Empress energy, know that this shift is bringing people and connections that resonate with your journey. Embrace this opportunity for connection. It's a beautiful addition to your evolving story. What I'm sensing is that you're about to draw in some truly joyful, light-hearted connections that are deeply rooted in the soul. Imagine a vibrant, supportive community blossoming around you. If you felt isolated in the past, this could manifest in various ways, perhaps through online interactions or unexpected encounters with strangers that spark joy and connection. There are so many possibilities, but the essence is clear. You're moving toward a more connected and communal experience, leaving behind the loneliness of your journey. Now, let's dive into one final message from the Rumi Oracle to wrap up your reading. The last card drawn is Passion of the Wild Red Mother. It's so intriguing that I mentioned the number 36 earlier, and this card also holds that number. What a lovely synchronicity. The guidebook conveys that passion is the bridge that leads you from a smaller truth, that suffering is necessary to heal, towards a larger, more luscious experience of life as a divine embrace. If you can rise to the passion that is available to you, you'll let the wild red mother consume your philosophies and doctrines. You can choose passion over fear, time and time again. So I invite you to paint the whole world red with me through passionate nature. Let us laugh and change the world. What a beautiful note to end on. I truly hope this message resonates with you and brings you inspiration as you move forward. If this video resonated with you and you crave more, interact with the content. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Magnetize Official. Share these words with anyone who might find comfort and inspiration.